Hey everybody, and welcome to Brax Tech. And today I thought it would be cool if I reviewed every single paint scheme that's going to be run for the Daytona 500. That's what we're doing today on Brax Tech. Alright, so let's get started with the first paint scheme. So this is Quinn Houff's paint scheme for the Daytona 500. I mean, it looks good. Big improvement from last year. I mean, I like it. It's decent. Here's Kurt Busch's Monster Energy paint scheme. They've kept it the same for the last 2 years. Not that that's a bad thing, because I really like the matte finish on this thing. Yeah, they don't need to change it. I think it looks great. Here's the discount tire paint scheme that Brad Keselowski is going to be running. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot better than the older discount tire paint scheme. I feel like it looks a lot better. Alright, I really like this one. Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shops car is a lot different from last year's. They got a lot more black on it, a little less silver. I mean, I like it. I think the orange on the roof is going to really stand out, and that black, I think it's really going to look good on track. Here's Kevin Harvick's scheme for the Daytona 500. This is going to be a one-off scheme, so they're only going to be racing this for the Daytona 500. I think it's fine. It just looks like a faded version of the older Busch car, which they're going to be running normally this season. I like that one a lot better. This one, it just looks like it's faded. I don't know if that makes any sense. So here's Kyle Larson's car. I mean, it looks fine. The green and black combo, I don't really like. Nations Guard, not really a real sponsor because it's owned by Hendrick. I really hope we don't see this paint scheme a lot this year because I don't like the green. I mean, that's my opinion. You can disagree, but I don't like this one. Okay, so here's Ryan Newman's car for the Daytona 500. Kohler Generators, new sponsor. I like it. I like the black and the blue on the side with the white accents. I think it looks good. I really hope they run this a few more times this year. Corey LaJoie's car. Yeah, we can just skip this one. Okay. This doesn't make a lot of sense. This is Tyler Reddick's scheme for the Daytona 500. Lenovo is going to be sponsoring this car, and their logo is red. Why is the car blue? I feel like this paint scheme would look a lot better if all the blue was red. But other than that, I think it's fine. Oh, Chase Elliott's scheme for this season, I love it. It's a big improvement from the last few years. One thing that they did add this year that they haven't added for any of the years is the blue on the hood and the side is metallic. And I absolutely love that. But the blue stands out a lot more because it's metallic, and I absolutely love that. Eric Almirola's scheme, pretty much the same as last year. I mean, it's fine. It's a good scheme, but we've seen it before. So here is Denny Hamlin's scheme for Daytona 500. Just for the Daytona 500, throughout the rest of the season, they're going to be running the normal FedEx paint scheme. But this one, I actually really like. The fading into the orange, it looks like a sunset, and I love sunsets, so I feel like this looks really, really good. Here's Ryan Blaney's paint scheme. I mean, it looks fine. We've seen it before. Garrett Smithley's car. Brand new team, number 13. This is not the 13 car that Ty Dillon drove the last few years. This is a whole new team. I mean, I think it looks good. It's almost like a magma look on the side. I really, really like that. Alrighty, here's a really, really good paint scheme for the rookie, Chase Briscoe. It's pretty much just a copy and paste from his Xfinity car last year, but it's a good paint scheme. I really, really like it. So here's Derek Cope. Derek Cope, for those who don't know, was a NASCAR driver back in the 90s. I actually thought he won a Daytona 500, but he decided to come out of retirement, run a NASCAR race just for the Daytona 500. I think it looks good, and I hope he leads some laps and even gets a chance at winning the Daytona 500. Sorry if I pronounced this name wrong, but Kagarala? I'm not completely sure. I mean, it looks fine. Matte finish over a white and black car. I mean, I think it looks good. I mean, it's pretty decent. Alrighty, here's Chris Buescher's car for the Daytona 500. A lot more white on this paint scheme. And on that blue, like a futuristic honeycomb look. I mean, I really like that. And the black at the back. That rhymed. But I mean, I like that. I like this a lot better than the Fastenal paint schemes that they've been running the past few years. Here's Kyle Busch's scheme. I mean, it looks pretty much exactly the same. There's probably something different with it. I just think it looks exactly the same. Alrighty, here's Martin Truex Jr. They added a little bit more orange on the side. I mean, it's pretty much the same as last year, except a little more orange on the side. I think it looks fine. Okay. I really like this. Eric Jones's 20 DeWalt. I mean, I think it looks good. The yellow car with the, I don't know if that's matte black from this angle, but I mean, I think it looks really, really good. Matt DiBenedetto's car, pretty much the exact same car they've been running since the 1960s. Not that that's a bad thing, because this is like a really, really good paint scheme. It's like they're running a throwback every single weekend, and I really, really like that. Joe Logano's car, same as last year. Alrighty, Bubba Wallace, brand new paint scheme for a brand new team, sponsored by DoorDash. I really like this car. Even though this is a brand new team, I feel like it'll be able to get a few wins this year. Alrighty, William Byron's Exalta car for this year. I think it looks really good. It's almost like their own version of the Rainbow Warrior they ran in the 90s. Not a lot of people liked it, but personally, I really, really like this. Alrighty, Austin Cindric for the 33 car. I really, really like the matte finish on this. Yeah, I really, really like it. 38 car, same as last year. 36 car, same as last year, except it's being driven by David Reagan for only the Daytona 500. 37 car, I think it's pretty much the exact same thing as last year. 38 car being driven by Anthony Alfredo, looks exactly the same. Here's a 41 car. They made a few adjustments to it this year. I really like the gray on this. At night, it looks like a metallic finish, but during the day, it's like a matte finish. I don't know why it looks like that, but I think it looks really, really good. There's Ross Chastain, pretty much the same paint scheme for this team last year, but I mean, I think it looks fine. Alrighty, 43 car, Armor All, new sponsor. I really, really like the orange on this. Also, the black stuff at the bottom, I really hope they run this paint scheme a lot throughout this year, because I really, really like this scheme. The 47 car, driven by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Not a lot of people like it, because it looks like two paint schemes have been glued together because of the Kroger on one side and the NOS on the other side. I think it looks fine. The blue of the car really matches the white at the front, but the blue also matches with the NOS Energy red. I mean, I really, really like it. Alrighty, here's Alex Bowman's Ally scheme for next year, replacing Jimmy Johnson. For those who don't know, I'm a big Jimmy Johnson fan, so seeing this car on the track is kind of weird. I like this scheme a lot better than any other paint scheme he ran with Ally. I really, really like the new blue accents they added. It's like more futuristic feel. I really, really like that they now have a purple car instead of like a black car. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. Cody Ware's car for this year. I really, really like the purple. I mean, the other stuff on the side, I don't really like, but the purple. Boy, this purple looks good. I mean, Rick Ware Racing doesn't have a lot of sponsors because they are a smaller team, which means I think they're going to be running this paint scheme a lot. So I really hope they do. Josh Bilicki's car for the Daytona 500. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, it's a black car with yellow and white stuff on it. I like yellow, but I feel like the yellow is almost like a faded yellow. And put it against that white, and I feel like it looks kind of strange, but other than that, I think it looks good. Joey Gase's car for this year, I don't like the green, personally. If it was a different shade of green, I bet I would have liked it, but it's almost like a puke green. I'm sorry, but it's like a puke green. Alrighty, this is Noah Gregson's car for the Daytona 500. I like it. It's pretty much the exact same scheme they've been running the past few years. Because Beard Oil is sponsoring this car, there's no more yellow on the, and it's been replaced with blue. I mean, I like this a lot better. Here's Timmy Hill's car for the Daytona 500. I think it looks really, really good. I think the red looks good. The black on the side looks good. The gray, I feel like if it were white, it would look a lot better. It might be white, but this picture makes it look gray. So if it's white, I love it. If it's gray, I'll deal with it. Here's McMurray's scheme for the Daytona 500. He's only going to be running one race this season, and Justin Haley is going to be racing for him the rest of the year. Advent Health, I like this scheme. The blue and green looks really, really good. I don't know why they have yellow numbers on this car, but other than that, I think it looks really, really good. BJ McLeod's car. I mean, the blue's good. I don't know why they put green on the back. I think that's for Xbox. And I don't know what the black stuff on the hood's for. It almost looks like the car's like damaged and they had to put black tape on the hood. But other than that, I think it's funny. Here's Ty Dillon's car. He's obviously, he's not going to be running the 13 this year because his team shut down. But I really, really like this scheme. The camo looks really, really good against that neon orange. I think it looks great. And the final paint scheme for the Daytona 500, Daniel Suarez driving for a brand new team. I absolutely love this. The matte finish, all the colors, the blues, the reds, the dark blues, the whites. I absolutely love it. I think this is one of my favorite paint schemes. So that's it. That's all the paint schemes for the Daytona 500. Which are my favorite? I like Alex Bowman's. I like Chase Elliott's. I really like Daniel Suarez's car. I think Cole Custer's scheme is pretty good for this year. That's going to do it for today's video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Anyways, this is Braxton from Brax Tech signing off.